Hello everyone, today I will be talking about the modeling process of my senior project. Starting off, we needed to find some reference images. I already did that in the concept part of my project, and I've also already brought them in to my scene here, as you can see. They don't need to be perfect reference images, just something to get you the idea of the scale, which I've already set here onto the right side of my screen. I've already set it to the real life scale of the object. And then I have also placed it into the front top side view. This is just the perspective. Alright, and then we are going to get started here. We're going to start with the stock. I'm going to hide that finished product there. And then unhide our cylinder here, which is what I'm going to use to help us build the stock base of our object. So to start off, I'm just going to scale it up, and then I'm going to rotate it that way. And now there are things with this project that aren't 100% completely accurate with the real world objects, but as some of you may know, sometimes you need to take a couple artistic liberties with objects, maybe make them a bit easier to model or just easier to work with in general. Alright, I think that is a good starting point. We're going to shrink it just a little bit there in length. And then I'm going to go ahead through here. I'm going to insert some edge loops. Just a couple. We don't want to work with too many vertices at a time. That's probably good for now. We can always add more later. Then we're going to want to go to our modeling toolkit and select the vertices option. Oops. Also got to make sure you select the tool you want to use on the left side here. I'm just going to go ahead and start moving these objects into their position. Doesn't really matter too much if they look really wonky right now because it's all going to be fixed at the end. And then I'm just going to move that in. We're going to move it up. That's fine for now. Again, we're going to take all of these and just scoot them down a bit. Now we're going to take this one, move it over. Just going to scale it down a bit. Also, if you're having trouble seeing the image behind your mesh here, you can go over to shading, turn on X-ray, and you can go ahead and see the image behind you. Move that back. We're just going to go ahead and move all these objects, all these vertices, in line with the rest of the object here. Of course, we might go back in and add a couple more if need be. Alright, that looks pretty good for now. I do think we're going to need a couple more up here, towards the top of the stock. We're going to start with just 2 for now. I think that is a good spot to stop for a moment. Then we can check out our work here in the perspective view. Now obviously that is much too wide as to what the actual thing would be. Now, of course, you're also going to want to get a top view of this so you can know how wide the stock will actually be, because there's definitely points in here that are going to be wider than others. But that is just a simple demonstration of how I got the more realistic finished product in my other model here. As you can see, it's not quite as wide as the other one, and there's definitely some variation in there. I'm not going to do the full video or the full demo here. I'm just explaining the process I took and how I got something like this, and then use that same process throughout all the other objects here in this model.